Boom. All right. Let's read chapter 11. Make sure it still makes sense. Ugh. A lot of fine tuning, picking at it and stuff. Hi, Lou. The morning began as the others had. Jost finally rested, launching into another ramble. This time, the tangled history of the pilgrimage and Josirian's so-called virtue. Now he was ready to tear it all down. Feels like that's missing a line. The morning began as the others had. Jost finally rested, launching into another ramble. This time, the tangled history of the pilgrimage and Josirian's so-called virtue. Now he was ready to tear it all down. Yeah. He had spent days building up to the tangled history of the pilgrimage and Josirian's so-called virtue. Now he was ready to tear it all down. That sounds better. Oh my god, Mo. Mojo. Mojo, you don't even do this shit when I'm sleeping, buddy. You do this stuff when I'm awake, and it's more annoying that way. Like, I could possibly sleep in that kind of like white noise type stuff, but no. You gotta do it when I'm writing. And I'm trying to think about this stuff. All right, where am I at? I forget the stupid phone. I'm actually writing about phones. Let's see. Check the stocks. Damn. Motherfucker. Okay. The morning began as the others had. Jost finally rested, launching into another tirade. Should be a tirade? Tirade. No. Tirade. He had spent days building up to the tangled history of the pilgrimage and Josirian's so-called virtue. Now he was ready to tear it all down. Why bother with the long and dangerous pilgrimage when you could just settle down and let someone take care of you? You're a woman, after all. Why not just make babies and be happy? Jillian shot him a look, a flash of shock, then cold steel. She marched ahead with a defiant stride. Jost loped along. She marched ahead with a defiant stride. Jost loped alongside, unbothered. You think that's all a woman is good for? She snapped. His reply came light and wistful, but landed like a stone. No, it's what they're worse for. A second. Lou, stop licking your paws. I know you're itchy, baby. I'm sorry. I know. I should have taken care of that. Yeah. Yeah, we got that late night ambiance now. And I light the candle. You know what's fucked up? Haven't had my coffee yet. And I also haven't slept in like 2, maybe 3 days at this point. And wired. Just wired. Don't really understand it. Sadly, this thing is finally like burning down after years of neglect. It's getting some time. Like I should have treated my marriage a lot better. I really should have. Disappointing. Hopefully this thing lasts to the end of this book. Because I light it when I write it to make sure that this is being dedicated to my wife. Because when I first did this book and I did the fast pass of it that wound up on Amazon Kindle, She insisted that I dedicate it to her because of all the time that she spent with me waiting for me to finally write the damn thing. And then it was kind of trash. Like, I went to read it yesterday, just a section of it, to use it for a job. It's like, look, I can write romance. And I couldn't stand it. Like, it was just not good. It's like, as an artist, when you look at your old stuff and you're like, what was I thinking? It's like that as a writer. So, like, I've improved a little bit in how I handle stuff. I've done so much research over the years since I wrote that, too. You know, it's not like I haven't done anything. I've been studying the human condition and stories and myths and how to properly write them and recognize them and appreciate them. I should have been properly appreciating my marriage and the amazing relationship that I had with an incredible woman who, yeah, she's seriously wanting to move on to the next phase of life without me. And that hurts. That hurts. Like, I had given up on everything else that I'd wanted to do and just wanted to grow old with my wife. That was my only goal. And I should have been working towards that instead of just riding along. I should have been working towards that. I should have been building something with her. I should have been saving and investing. But every time I tried to save or invest or do anything like group with her and actually build something, she would argue with me and fight me on it and disagree. And just like that, the fire would go out. Just like that. I'm getting some smoke today. Ooh. Yeah. Should be a little bit better. And now I got 2 wicks. But okay. But yeah, we should have been focusing on our marriage. We should have been keeping this lit and this going. We had an obligation to. I had an obligation to. And the whole time I was wasting time and money and resources, it was the claim that I was building towards this, that I was going to be making this. Should have been working on this. I absolutely should have been working on this. It would have changed how this story turned out entirely. Maybe made it more beautiful. Alright. We got 2 little flames trying in all the melty wax. See how they do. It's not out yet, folks. It just looks just like it. Alright. The morning began as the others had. Jost, finally rested, launching into another tirade. Although Jost was finally rested. With renewed energy. He had spent days building up to the tangled history of the pilgrimage and Joserian's so-called virtue. Now he was ready to tear it all down. Why bother with the long and dangerous pilgrimage when you could just settle down and let someone take care of you? You're a woman after all. Why not just make babies and be happy? Jillian shot him a look, a flash of shock, then cold steel. She marched ahead with a defiant stride. Jost loped alongside, unbothered. Do you think that's all a woman is good for? She snapped. His reply came light and wistful, but landed like a stone. No, that's what they're worse for, ruining their bodies to make more annoying people. He thought a moment. But it might suit you, girlie. Besides, the pilgrimage is all about virtue, and virtue is a masculine trait. The perfect way of man. Women only need to be moral, which is much easier. Just preserve life. Protect the mortality of you and your family. Basic survival. Who has time for perfection? Stay moral and have fun. Virtue is a cage. What do you mean by protect the mortality? Jillian asked, confused and not entirely sure she wanted the answer. It means, Joss began with a long stride and longer grin. Morality is all about self-preservation, not goodness, just what's good for life. It extends to your progeny and close relations. That's all. And that's why it's for women. They congregate and keep the bloodline together in an infuriating hold. You mean like a family? Jillian asked. It bothered her that Joss's tangled speech was starting to make sense to her. Exactly, he said. You take a woman from her trauma, only to be made a straw man and burned for it. And when there's nothing left, just dust and ash, she tells you you're not enough. Then you're cast out into the cold, stumbling like a fattened bird with clipped wings, suddenly given freedom but no instinct. Flitting inches above the ground you once might have soared over. Muscles never formed, lessons never learned, just a stupid, squawking joke with no nest. No hope but to hop back into that cursed cage. But hope is a lie, and so is freedom. We are all caught in its wave of creation. We are all of us caught in a wave of creation as pawns to God's infinite boredom. We are all just riding the wave of creation. Just riding the wave of creation as pawns to the Creator's infinite boredom. And still he teases us with perfection. With virtue. He holds it out like a piece of fruit. But only if pride doesn't lead you. So long as you strictly follow justice, because virtue is not for the man, but for the world. Ditch that. Therefore, every day I do nothing, the world is safe from me. Therefore, every day I do nothing, the world is safe from me. Because I was born to rule it or ruin it. Society itself is an entirely feminine concept. I don't think it's for men. Just a safe place to raise babies. And if it doesn't do that, then the society is a failure. And if the boys never become men, then civilization has failed them. The fact that men run it at all is proof that it has gone awry. I could be king of the whole earth if I wanted. It seems like a mess to either rule or ruin it. Society itself is an entirely feminine construct. And if the boys never become men, then civilization has failed. society is a feminine construct. I need to split this up with pacing. I don't think it's for men. It's just a safe space to raise babies. If it doesn't do that, then the society is a failure. And if the boys never become men, then civilization has failed them. For society is for women, but being civilized is how men are trained to behave. I'll have none of it. The fact that men run it at all is proof. Government at all is proof it has gone awry. I could be king of this whole earth if I wanted to. Then, in nearly a whisper that burned the edges of Jillian's ears, just got to finish the... Joss sank into one of his sullen, self-inflicted silences. Before he finished that thought, for continuing. Mojo, did you stop, dude? Till suddenly he cried out with enthusiasm, "Look, a village!" He pointed down the road at some distant speck on the horizon. Then, in an instant, he was gone, speeding toward it. Jillian blinked through the dust he left behind, then sighed, and reluctantly followed Jost yet again into uncertainty. After about an hour of travel, buildings emerged on the horizon. Another hour passed before she reached them, close enough to see the decay. Not fallen, but falling, as if time had held them in limbo, uncared for decades. And yet people moved about, though slowed, as if distracted by doing nothing at all. They milled with their necks outstretched and shoulders slumped, each transfixed by a small round device in one hand, while the other hovered and waved, coaxing it to shift in its colors and sounds. Speaking of, damn it! Their faces, lit by that faint glow, would flicker. Some micro-expression of joy or interest, only to sag again into slack-jawed vacancy. Jaws twitched, eyes glazed, mouths tightened just enough to keep from drooling onto their glowing gods. Jillian tried to approach one of them and ask if they'd seen a shabby elf go by. But the woman only blinked at her, slow, vacant, confused, then turned back to the glowing prism in her palm. Jillian glanced down at the thing. See, this is what the wife hates, is that I will get up early and I work on these projects that never go anywhere. Just various things. That candle is still going. Hey. Various things that I just work on that, got nothing to do with nothing. I don't go anywhere. I don't finish them. I do too much. I do way too much. Jillian tried to approach one of them and ask if they'd seen a shabby elf go by, but the woman only blinked at her, slow, vacant, confused, then turned back to the glowing prism in her palm. Jillian glanced down at the thing, a blur of images, faces, floating text, snippets of sound leaping from music to speech to static, then back again. It was a whirlwind of data, and yet nothing. Nothing solid, nothing whole, nothing true. The villager shuffled on, eyes glassy, thumbs twitching over the screen like trying to scratch through to whatever reality was revealed, frantic, aimless, and endlessly entertained. It was the same with every villager she passed, and she wandered deeper into the sad, sloping maze of a town. As she wandered deeper into the sad, sloping maze of a town. Even the streets were crooked, bent and uneven, as if the earth beneath had been churned up, tilled like a broken field, and slammed back down in a hurry. Cobblestones dropped wherever they landed. Nothing felt placed, only returned. She ambled over the patchwork path like a drunkard, as every step felt jarring and out of rhythm from the last. Around a twisted bend made of uneven stone and sagging structures, she saw him, Jost. He was slumped beside a crumbling wall, with a small glowing orb in his hand. His eyes were glassy, unfocused, fixed on the ever-shifting screen as he waved his hand over it as if casting some low spell. But there was no magic, no clever trick, Only the same endless searching as the others, broken only by the frantic scratching of his thumb pads over the surface of the smooth bauble. Jillian approached with caution. He was arguing with himself again. Shut up, I'm fine. There's a lot to explore here. I might learn something valuable, something that changes me or helps me understand. Don't you get it? This thing makes me feel good instantly, with things I don't even know I wanted. I can do anything with it. How could that be bad? He bickered with no one and everyone, his voice cracking as brief flashes of joy and grief danced across his face in alternating waves. His fingers moved faster, more frantically, as if trying to keep up with the feelings, or escape them entirely. Jillian watched, silent, as Josh's face flickered. Delight, despair, euphoria, emptiness, all flashing across him like clouds over water. Then she spoke, not with pity, but precision. You told me, she began. She began, voice steady, that every day you do nothing is another day the world is safe from you. He didn't look up. She stepped closer. But this isn't nothing, is it? This is surrender. You said people lie with their mouths to smooth over the truth their faces already gave away. Look at yours. His thumb froze mid-swipe. The glow of the screen painted him sickly. You said hope is the most dangerous lie we tell ourselves, but this thing, it feeds you hope in doses so small you forget you're starving. Still no reply, but he was listening now. She could feel it. You called civilization a fantasy, a way to cope, a cage we decorate until we mistake it for home. So what is this, Jost? She asked, pointing to the screen. A smaller cage? Or just the lock? His jaw clenched. You're not learning, Jost. You're hiding. From me, from yourself, from the world you swore was yours to rule. Finally he looked up, and for a flicker of a moment, just long enough, he wasn't lost to his mental din. Slowly she reached out and removed the device from his hand, nodding with assurance to his wide, confused eyes. She held it between them like a cursed offering, then let it fall. The splash was small, the impact wasn't. His vision cleared, and he looked at her with the same raw honesty he had on that first night. He smiled like a beast uncaged as he growled. Thanks, girlie. I was having the wrong kind of fun. He rose and stepped on the orb, crushing it to splinters beneath his bare feet. He laughed, ragged, dry, like he was waking from drowning. Eh. Chapter 12. Joss rose and strode like he had achieved some grand victory over the only enemy worthy of his greatness, himself. Laughing, he slapped one of the shiny orbs out of a passerby's hands and laughed harder at the poor soul's stunned dismay. The slumped, disheveled man dropped to his knees in horror and reverence as he gathered the shards that sputtered broken half-truths and sparks and static. Yeah, and sparks and static. The anarchy he was about to deliver. Is that okay? Is this too blind, deaf, and dumb to notice the anarchy he was about to deliver? I don't know. Maybe. The candle's still going. The candle is still going. Candle is still going, folks. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance still. That's got to be fun and present. But I think I hit a point. I hit a point of taking her for granted. And she'll maybe never be okay with that ever the fuck again. She gave me 20 years and I didn't grow the fuck up. No, I shut the fuck down. That's what happened. Is I shut the fuck down. When I should have grown the fuck up, I shut the fuck down.
You tried everything to save your...
Probably not. Yeah, I've not sold my Star Wars helmet. I don't know that I'm going to. Now that I got so much shit. It's worth like decent money. I just can't figure out where the fuck to get rid of it. Sure. The sad habits would be blind, deaf, and dumb to notice the anarchy he was about to deliver. So my M key has fallen off, and the rubber tab, like nipple thing over the top that I've been using as my button has finally come off too. So my M key is just worn the hell down to nothing. It's a big one? No. It's a big one. Just say it's a big one. It's a big one. I don't need to be that fancy. I get to write this. I need to eat. Look at my frame rate dropping. I can eat some food. Rations are a little low right now, though. Trying to starve myself out till Monday. Sketching for fun and art. No. Chapter 12. Writing and reading. Microsoft decided to show me his place, and I was like, fuck it. Tezos is down. Tezos is down. Okay. Zillow. Ooh, for sale. See, I would love it if we could just get another house. But she doesn't want to buy another house with me because of how much I ruined this house and didn't take care of it. That's fair. I guess. You know, a big part of it was how much her daddy was fucking involved in my goddamn fucking house. Like everything I wanted to fix or do. My daddy can do it. My dad. You can't even talk to my dad. Let me get the tool from my dad. This emasculating ass shit. For every fucking thing. I gotta get focused on this. Hi, kitty. Okay, I feel good about that. Good enough to maybe, I don't know, get myself a cup of coffee. 35 minutes in. It's not bad. Still jumble up in the beginning of 11 I gotta work on. Again, did not sleep. Have not been writing this on sleep, which is fitting, except this section he's actually supposed to be rested. He should be a little more clear, but whatever. hungry, tired, out of it. I just want my wife. I just want my wife to come home. I don't need her to take care of me, but I maybe need her to tell me how to take care of myself, you know? Which is pathetic. This is really, really pathetic. But it's been a month. It's been a whole month now. It's officially been a month. I'm trying to date her. I'm trying to go out with her every single night that I can. Look at me, just little device. Can't really help it. I mean, I'm looking for like jobs and money-making opportunities and all that sort of thing, but it looks like I'm just wasting my time. And oh, look, I'm going onto Facebook so I can look at a picture of my wife. I hate this. I really, really hate this. I want her home. I know this house sucks. I don't necessarily want her in this house, but I want my wife. I want my wife mischief. Oh, I do. I do. I do. And the fact that she thinks that I don't love her, or that I don't miss her when she's gone, it's just fucking ridiculous. I miss her so goddamn fucking much that it hurts, and I have to shut myself down. But she can't be with me anymore. Oh, I want my wife. Damn it, I want my wife. I don't want anyone the fuck else. Which is addiction and unhealthy and blah blah blah. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with this. Do I go straight to the big demon? That's kind of what I wanted to do for 12, but I feel like I need more exposition and build up. Nope. Yep. Alright. It is so fucked up. It is so fucked up. I actually found some notes that she left for me when she went away on a trip. And my stupid ass wanted to just throw them away when she got back. Like, I didn't care about them because there was just, paper that I had read during the day. And I was mad. I was mad that she had left me. So it all seemed so hollow and empty. All the words that she wrote, these loving little tokens of her affection that I got to read one a day while she was gone. And I did. I read them every day. But I didn't savor them. I didn't treasure them. I didn't appreciate how much went into them. And yeah, It's sad. It's really sad because the things that she wrote, they don't apply anymore. They don't apply anymore. All the sweetness that she put down. Dear Jack, thank you for being with me through the good and the bad stuff. Thank you for being my pillar when everything was shaking. I promise I will be your pillar for as long as I live. You are not just my love. You are my one and only, the person who has captured my heart and soul completely. With all my love, Amanda. I don't have all her love anymore. And that's part of the problem. She said with all my love, but she gives her love to everybody. Not like romantically, but like it feels like there's sometimes less for me. And she pointed out that could just be my only child syndrome stuff. But I promise I will be your pillar for as long as I live. You are not just my love, you are my one and only. She's not my pillar anymore. She's taken that away. I'm not her pillar. She's not mine. That's gone. There's the last one. Where we love is home, home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts. Jack, dearest, I am here for you, always and forever. I believe in you. She's not here. She's not here, and she does not believe in me anymore. So that one's expired. That one's no good. Dear Jack, I am your biggest and most loyal fan. You are made of something special. You are so smart and creative. I just wish I could make you the happiest person in the world, too. I'm not saying I always agree with all you say, but I do respect your point of view. She doesn't respect it right now. I also appreciate the patience you show when we disagree. I know I can be a bitch at times, but generally your presence alone can turn an ordinary day into something extraordinary. Apparently not over the last 6 months. I thank the universe for bringing you into my life. Yeah. The last 6 months I was not interesting enough. I did not make her days better. Jack, you make our journey together fun and funny. Your quick wit and your presence bring intelligent contemplation, which is a hell of a turn-on. I find myself longing for the moments we share together. Every game or show made better because we share it. But she doesn't want to sit on the couch with me anymore. No one else's commentary appeals to me so much as yours. You have brought so much joy to my life and introduced so much incredible information. Thank you, my love, for it all. But then, I talk about video games and stuff, and she just gets pissed. Dear Jack, thank you for being the amazing, intelligent person you are, and for loving me unconditionally. That's true, I do. Remember to treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion you show me and the animals. We are truly blessed to have you and grateful for all you do for us. I promise to always stand by you, support you, and love you with all my heart. She's not standing by me. She's taking that support away. I don't know if she loves me with all her heart anymore. Dear Jack, each time we are apart makes me realize just how much mean to me and deeply I cherish our relationship. I think about you constantly. Yeah, wondering how you are and what you're thinking. What you're thinking/doing. I'm excited to tell you first about life's important moments. I cannot imagine a future without you. Oh, she can now. She's thinking about it. I am proud to call you my husband. She is not proud to call me her husband right now. That has faded. Jack, I hope these notes fill you with pleasure when I am away. They were a comfort. They were definitely a comfort. I want to use them to share my gratitude for having you in my life. Since you are my rock, my confidence, my confidant, my home, and my best friend. It may not always seem like it, but your love is my anchor, and it gives me strength to go out and face the world. Therefore, your support is the world to me. I am incredibly grateful to share this life with you. With all my love, Amanda. Yeah. How did I fuck that up? By not caring enough about these notes? By saying, no, you can throw them away, that's fine. And not really giving a shit? She didn't. She kept them. I'm glad I found them. This is probably why I didn't sleep last night, is finding these and realizing just what an ass and a heel that I've been. But she's pulling away. And it hurts. It sucks. And I try to be cool about it and be the man that she wants me to be and not be too impacted. But this is... I want my wife back. I want my wife back. I know this house sucks, but we made this mess together. We can get through it together, and it's better when we're together. Yeah. Anyways. Narrowed his eyes temporarily. Knowing squint. But then smiled and waved at all the attention. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks ass. Because I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking, and I don't have my wife for the fucking. So I have a very hard time calming down and getting to sleep. Admittedly, that's a big part of why I want her here, is so I can get to sleep. I'm gonna undo all this shit. Jobs. I'm looking at jobs. I'm not on social media. I'm looking on jobs. Jobs and stocks. That's pretty much what I look at on my phone. Job stocks, and lately cars. Because I need an automobile. Raising their eyes. Believed, absorbed, or concealed. No. Maybe. No. Vacant expressions. Josh narrowed his eyes temporarily in a knowing squint, then smiled and waved at all the attention. How? What does he do next? I don't know what he does next. I'm gonna take a break, have a cup of coffee. 5:51. I suppose I could do coffee. Okay. His eyes temporarily in a knowing squint, but then smiled and waved at all the attention. Uh, No, I can hear sound. I don't want to hear sound. Oh, that's kick. Fuck kick. Boom. Suddenly I see. There's little things she says, like, I love you, Jack, always will. To me, that seems foreboding. Like, always will. Not going to be with you. Still going to love you. Just can't be with your ass anymore. Not unless you grow the fuck up. That's hard to do when you're completely reliant on yourself to grow the fuck up. I think part of it is just pushing through and doing what you got to do, like this. Justin narrowed his eyes temporarily in a knowing squint, but then smiled and waved at all the attention. You know what? I got ChatGPT. That's right. What am I thinking of? I can have it like produce something. Let's copy that. We have a new window. Boom. New window. Because I work faster. Got to work faster. Boom. Place that down, see how it does. Yeah, I gotta buy food. I got potatoes and meat. Which isn't bad. Not a lot of seasoning, but I got potatoes and meat. See how this handles it. Yeah, she's definitely like separating from me. Like, she's been bitching about my mom, no longer feeling like she needs obligated to take care of her, no longer wants to be part of the family, like, chat that my family has going on. You know, with the pets, like last Sunday, she said, like, yeah, you have to get home and take care of your pets. Like, it's not our pets anymore. Like, I miss our life. I really regret that I took that for granted. I made it seem like other things were more important than my wife. That I treated her like she was just always going to be there, regardless of how childish I acted. And yeah, it's the death by a thousand cuts. You know, it's the same thing. Same thing I've gone through with like that suppressed me and yeah. All her fucking emasculating bullshit that she thinks was supposed to challenge me, but like when she pulled her respect away from me, that really fucked me up. That was the biggest thing. I could have done a lot more if I just would have kept her respect, but she, yeah. I remember when it hit its low, its initial lowest, I guess. For fuck's sake, ChatGPT. This chat's probably gotten way too long. And like today, I totally want to see my wife. Like today is a day I would totally go to the gym with her and just to spend time with her and stuff like that. And you know, part of it's because she's gone. The other part of it is because I'm not smoking weed all the goddamn time.
Describe your axe as a brand. Tommy Hilfiger, because he'll figure out a way to life.
I can't bug her yet. She's still asleep. This is the part of the day where I'd like to go in and lay down next to her. Some bullshit. Here's your pat on the back first. This sequence is biting, vivid, and deeply metaphorical. You've captured a haunting critique of digital addiction with eerie atmosphere and sharply observed behavior. The emotional rhythms, Jillian's struggle to reclaim Joss, his snapping back into agency, the blind villages turning into audience, flow like theater. Well done. You're swinging hard and it's landing. Now let's look at chapter summaries leading up to the moment and examine Jillian's wake-up speech for inconsistencies in Joss' previous philosophies. What the fuck did she say that? Ooh, yeah. Okay. Mojo. Cool it, dude. I should have been more proactive. I should have been a better husband when I had the chance. Instead of trying desperately now, which just seems so pathetic.
Any motherfucking piece of shit that is willing to strangle a woman is almost 80% more likely to kill her.
If your marriage is headed for divorce and you have no idea.
Yeah, I gotta stay up social media shit. It's fucking toxic. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's poison. victims of mental gluttony. Being force fed. Snippets of interest and intrigue to draw your buried filth. To sustaining buried filth. Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah. 6:05. Man. Sun's coming up. The air is shit. Might be hot today. I don't know. I'm going to take a break. Walk the dog. It's been an hour. I'll be back. Probably. Sure not sleeping today.